And welcome to On The Bench TV. How are you lovely legends today? How are you all doing? I've still got the man flu, guys. If anything, it's getting a bit worse. You know, like, my nose is streaming, my nose is sore now. You know, when it gets sore, like, I touch it with tissue. Like, I've got tissue here in case I sneeze all over the camera and that, but I touch it with a tissue and it's like, I feel like sandpaper. I feel like bloody sandpaper, guys. You know, like I was saying to you on the other stream the other day, I expect lots of love and, you know, sympathy from my fellow man, because I'm not getting it from the woman in this house, you know. Like, how are you all doing anyway, guys? The title of this video today is Joe Gomez injured for a month. Latest Liverpool FC news. Hashtag LFC. How are you all doing anyway? Gaming lads in the building. Nathan's in the building as well. Welcome to the stream, lads. Thomas Billings is in from the beginning. How are you doing today, Thomas, mate? Sam says back from Liverpool. Hopefully you had fun, mate. I'm pretty sure you did. That it was a quality game to go to, wasn't it, for you? Jams as well. Welcome to the stream, Jams. How are you? Hi all. What's good? Yeah. Joe's not good, is he, mate? We talk about Joe Gomez at the beginning of this live stream today, guys. And then we talk a bit about Mo Salah. You know, his agent. Because his agent's a little bit of a bellend. I'm not going to lie. Not too impressed with Mo Salah's agent. Since Mo Salah's been at Liverpool, he kind of does rub me up the wrong way. You know, bit like... I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it. It's not worth me saying it, guys. You know what I mean? Jams says bloody Southgate. Enlighten me, Jams. Enlighten me. Have I missed something here? Bloody Southgate. Are you referring to Joe Gomez's injury? You may be. You may well be. Right. Thomas Billings says, time for Klein. Let's get talking, guys. At least you haven't got a burst eardrum. I know, gaming, I know, mate. I do feel similar to it, but I do feel for you, gaming, mate. Hope you're recovering, mate. I hope it happens quick for you. My ears are fully blocked, though. Do you know when you got, like, this head cold and that? Like, every time I blow my nose, I feel like I can hardly hear out my left ear and my right ear's partial like that. So, I am using it as an excuse, lads. Every time the missus tries to tell me to do something, I go, I can't hear you. I can't fucking hear you. You know, what do you expect me to do? I can't hear you. Like, I don't know if you can see, but we've started packing because we're going to be moving. So, like, she's like, oh, yeah, have you done that? Have you done that? I'm like, I can't fucking hear. Like, oh, and an update before I start all this as well. My son is 19 months old. He's just been scattered today, guys. We got told that, apparently my son is better at football than most 3 to 5 year olds that play for Soccer Elite. Boom, getting future LFC captain right there. Little Riley, what you saying? Fist pump. That's what Riley likes to do. He says fist pump. So, very proud dad right now, guys. Anyway, Joe Gomez. So, the update surrounding Joe Gomez's injury. It's took us long enough, but Joe Gomez looks like he's going to be missing both Champions League games, plus the games around it as well, guys. Looks like he's going to be out for around a month. It's a big loss. I want to know what you lot think on it all. Let me know in the chat now. If you're watching it back because you haven't been able to join me live, leave a comment down below, guys. I believe this is a big loss, guys. I really, really do. You know, one good thing that could come of this is Nathaniel Klein coming back, you know, because I believe that Nathaniel Klein is probably still our best right back as long as he comes back from these injuries strong. But on the other hand, we have seen in the past, if we try and rush our players back from injury too soon, it can actually make it worse and they could be out for longer and stuff. And I was saying I probably wouldn't even bother rushing Klein back this season. I would wait and have Nathaniel Klein fully fit next year. Would have been where my head was at with it. But with Joe Gomez being out now, I like that, Nathan. I like that a lot. It's Klein time. That's how I pictured you saying it. Klein time. Yeah, you know, I am concerned because I do worry about Klein with his injury because he's been out for a very long time. He's had a bit of game time, hasn't he, for the unders. And apparently he's been in training today as well, you know, with the lads that returned. So, at the moment, it does look like he's in the plans to feature at Crystal Palace, whether he'll be a starter or whether he'll get some minutes. We don't know at the moment, but Nathaniel Klein is on the cards, guys. All right, so who is going to play against Man City? Trent or Klein? My head is saying Trent. And I think Klein will be used as a bit of a rest Trent around it. But maybe Jurgen Klopp might be looking at, can we leave? Oh, do not flicker on me, you piece of... Hold on 2 seconds. The light's trying to flicker on me. Sorry if you saw a bit of my belly button then. You know what I mean? You don't want to be seeing that on the live stream, do you? Yes. What was I going to say? I was saying Klopp's idea may be get Kleiny training quite a bit, giving him some minutes towards the end of Crystal and that, you know, and maybe see how Kleiny does against Man City. If Klein's looking good in training, Klopp might throw him in the deep end against Man City. But in my head, I think that Klein won't be match sharp enough for City. Trent has played a lot recently. He's played more than Gomez, hasn't he? So I think that Trent will be the one for me that should be playing against Man City. But feel free to put in the chat who you guys want to play, because I've already seen people saying Klein needs to come back. Thank God, you know, this is beyond me. I don't know why Liverpool supporters are saying this, but people are saying, thank God Gomez is injured. Get this right. Thank the Lord for Gomez being injured, because this means that we have our best right back to play against Man City, as in Klein. It's the biggest load of crap I've ever seen in my life. Like, people are actually happy that Gomez is injured because it means that Klein will be rushed back to play against Man City. I'm sorry, but are you actually a Liverpool supporter if you're saying shit like that on Twitter and stuff? I don't know. I know Twitter is full of a bunch of bellends, but on a serious note, like, you need to give yourself a head wobble. Whoever's saying things like that, if your head really does think like that, no. That's not where my head is at, you know. I think, personally, the way I've said this, guys, right, I said, if I was being legit about this, I wouldn't rush Klein back. You know, it is probably time that Klein starts to get a few minutes, but against Crystal Palace, I said it, if they ain't got Sahar back, even if they did, maybe we could have put 3 at the back and played James Milner. Or even played James Milner as a right back. You can't tell me that James Milner wouldn't be able to do a bit of a job to rest Trenty, you know, for the Man City games. I don't know, lads. Like I say, I am going to go to the comments and I'm going to see what you guys are saying about it, because that's the main thing. You know, the update is Joe Gomez is going to be out for around a month. It took a long enough time for us to actually get answers, but I'm glad we didn't have to wait until like bloody Friday to get the answers, you know. At least we have seen them now. At least we have got the answer now, but it's just so annoying, like, seeing different people say about, yes, Gomez is injured, that means Klein's coming back for the Man City games. Seriously, sort it out, lads. Like, what is that about? Where was we? Let me see what you guys are saying. Yes, Dad Sos for missing the last few streams. Tyrell, mate, never apologise. I accept no apologies for people missing my streams. Your lives are much more important than YouTube, mate. Put it that way. But thank you for joining me today, buddy. Hopefully you're alright, mate. Gaming Lad says, man, Southgate should never have been England manager. He is mediocre. My views exactly, mate. You know, you watch Southgate go and win the World Cup this year, David. He go and win England the World Cup, you know. Like, we're all like, Southgate, you know, England need a world-class manager, and Southgate would be the one that wins it for us, wouldn't he, this year, you know. But, yeah, you know, I don't really rate Southgate, but I don't know. I don't know where my head is at with it. To be fair, England have let me down a lot over the years. And I think, to be fair, the England players all seem to... They don't like to point their fingers too much, but they tend to point the finger to the management not being quite on par, you know. But is that like a bad workman always blames his tools? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Nathan says, Riley new Mo. Yes, the new Mo Salah, you know. Southgate is English. The fact that he is a wanker isn't new, says Sam. You're right, Sam. Welcome to the stream, Sam, mate. How are you? How did I guess that Sam was in the stream? The fact that there's foul language straight away on the stream and I've just said it out loud says that Sam's in the building. Nathan's, oh no, Joe. California dreaming. Hi, Daz. Who do you think should cover Gomez at right back? Personally, I don't think Trent is up to it defensively at the moment. You know, I think that Trent's probably the most match sharp at the moment. For me, against Man City, I think we've got to play Trent. Because I think he's the one that, you know, will probably do the best job on the day. But if I was Jurgen Klopp, I would play a bit more defensively. I wouldn't give him the full reign of going forwards. I would say tuck in, because he's going to have a tough job against Sane, isn't he? Oh, Sane. We need to protect him, don't we, a bit, you know. I don't know what I would do, but it's a difficult one. This is why I feel that losing Joe Gomez is such a big blow for Liverpool right now. If Kleiny wasn't injured, it wouldn't be as big of a deal. But let's face it, Kleiny's injured. I don't want him rushed back, you know. So I would use Milner as a right back right now if it was me. unless Kleiny is looking good in training, but we're not going to know that, are we? That would be down to Klopp to make his mind up. If we see Kleiny have at least, you know, half an hour against Crystal, then you know where Klopp's head is at with him. But until then, we're not going to know fully, are we? So we're just kind of guessing. But I would probably use Milner as a right back, and then I would say Trent's got to play against Man City. But yeah, you know, this is what I'm saying. You don't realise how much certain players have become a big loss if they go, you know what I mean, until they get injured or whatever. And Joe Gomez is that for me. The thing that we got to think about as well is, as much as we are like kind of peed off with Emre Can at the moment as well, if them rumours are true about what he said and stuff, you've got to remember that if we are without Emre Can and Joe Gomez against Man City and that, then that's two main players for Liverpool. You know, two of the defensive players as well. That is a big blow. That is a real big blow. Because let's face it, we need to be on our game defensively against Man City. They will test us defensively, and that's two of our defensive rocks that we're going to be without at this rate. So yeah, it's not a great start, is it, guys? Let's face it. Like, I'm still confident. I'm still like, come on, boys, we can do this. But it's not a good look at the moment. Gamer says, oh shit, you got a lot of snot. Oh yes, mate, I have at the moment, you know. That's how my eardrum burst. I had a build up of snot and it went into my eardrum. Oh no, don't say that. Now I'm scared, Gamer. Don't say it. Don't freak me out, you know. Yeah, that is pretty much what's going on at the moment. That one is completely like blocked. I can hardly hear sod away at that. So if I'm really loud over the mic, my apologies. Like my missus says, it's like I'm at a nightclub, but there's no music on. I'm like shouting at everyone. Woo! So I'm trying to like remember that, you know, I am in front of a mic talking to you guys and my ear is like half deaf. Matt, you're right, mate. How are you today? Mignolet to stay. Yeah, I'll see about this. We're going to talk about this as well, guys. Mignolet to stay, earning 80k a week. Still 4 years left in his contract after learning. He will not get the same amount elsewhere. Yeah, so, shall we talk about this then, guys? Mikey Garner, welcome to the stream, mate. I've just seen you are in the stream as well. Right, so Simon Mignolet, obviously, I haven't got it up in front of me, but I did see about this, guys, as well. Simon Mignolet spoke about his future, said he's had conversations with Jurgen Klopp about his future. He says he's always known where he stood with Jurgen Klopp. He says that's the type of manager that Klopp is, which I said about with Emre Can's situation. Klopp is quite open with his players. Klopp has said that before, and players have said about Klopp. He likes to tell players where they feature in the future, in Klopp's plans. So I believe that's why, you know, Chan was like, I'm out of here, mate. Like, because Klopp's probably told him, you probably aren't going to feature much for me once, you know, Naby Keita and that comes in. But Mignolet has said that he's just trying to be professional in training and trying to work hard and wait for his chance to come back round, guys. He hasn't said anything about leaving the club. He said he's not used to being on the bench, basically. I'm just summarising basically what he said. But he's not used to being on the bench because it hasn't happened in his career. But it is what it is. And all he can do is try and prove that he will be ready when the chance arises again, that he will be ready to basically take it. So, yeah, Mignolet, as it stands at the moment, doesn't sound like he's too keen on moving away from Liverpool. So, my head with that was, I was thinking, so Mignolet's going to go in the summer. Liverpool probably get around 15 to 20 million for Simon Mignolet in today's market. Maybe. Then we'll probably go out and get someone like Jack Butler and maybe Pope. But if Simon Mignolet doesn't go in the summer, then Jack Butland and that's not going to come, are they? So, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Enlighten me on where your heads are at with this. You know, I think Mignolet's had his day at Liverpool. He had his chance. Yes, he improved at Liverpool. He definitely got better with his feet, didn't he? Like, at Liverpool. But still can't command his area for shit. You know, like, good shot stopper. Brilliant at penalties. You know, like, if you're in a penalty shootout, Mignolet's your man, isn't he? Like, he's one of the best at that. But still makes mistakes. And is this just him being professional? Which, to be fair to the lad, you know, like, something that we've said about Emre Can again, like, is you do want your players to be like Mignolet, really, and, like, keep their mouth shut over stuff. Like, we would have been a lot more peed off with Mignolet if he was like, yeah, I'm not happy, I want to leave. So maybe he does want to leave the club in the summer. Maybe he's doing it. Maybe he's just being a professional footballer that we keep saying that players should be these days. Who knows, guys? But it is interesting to see this come out there now. something that I wanted to bring up about this was that it's key to say to you guys, Mignolet saying that, you know, he knows where his future lies under Jurgen Klopp, and the players all do, because that is Klopp as a manager. And I wanted to highlight that because that is one of Liverpool's players that isn't in Klopp's, you know, good books. You could say he's not a starter at the moment. He's been benched and he's been dropped by Jurgen Klopp. He said that. So you're hearing it from a player himself, you know. And this is why I feel that Emre Can won't sign that contract, is because he knows that Klopp has told him outright, once Naby Keita and that's in, you're not in my plans, pretty much. I'm bringing him in to do your job. That's what I think. So, you know, that's one of the reasons why when I saw that, I was like, I've got to get the lads on a live stream. I've got to bring that up because I've got to tell them about it. So I'm glad you brought that up, Matt, because that did remind me, to be honest. Gaming Lad says, Sane will destroy Trent's career at a young age. I am a little bit concerned because we know that Trent can be susceptible. You know, Rashford turned him inside out, didn't he? So what's Sane going to do to him? Hopefully Trent is like, I'm having none of it. I'm having none of it. You know, you're not coming through me on that day. But I feel like, put it this way, if Trent plays against City, then James Milner needs to be right centre mid. This is a tactic that I believe. Or Oxlade-Chamberlain. Because what you guys got to remember as well is Oxlade-Chamberlain played right back for Arsenal. So Oxlade-Chamberlain is also a name that we could put in there. Hasn't featured there for Liverpool, but Oxlade-Chamberlain or James Milner are really good at tracking back and could also help cover Trent if we need it on that right side. So I would maybe play one of them in midfield, which they probably would anyway, and tell them your job is to get back and Trent to keep goal side of them so that they can't turn inside to hit it. Sane's left-footed. One of them comes in. Keep him out towards the wing. One of them comes across. They keep him out. Don't let him get the ball back inside for someone to shoot, basically, innit? That's where my head would be at if I was Jurgen Klopp. But Jurgen Klopp's the man. Jurgen Klopp will have a plan. He will know what to do. When it comes to the Man City games, I'm pretty sure Klopp will know what he's got to do with the players that he's got. But who will he go with? We don't know at the moment, but like I say, it's up to you guys. Tell me where your heads are at with it. But for me, it is a massive loss in it, not having Joe Gomez about at the moment. Milner right back, not impossible, says Jams. I believe not, mate. But like I said, I've just threw something else in there, so let me know what you think on that as well, Jams. We could see three at the back formation. Daz Matic was talking about it. Yeah, I think that as well, Tyrell. You know, we have seen towards the end of the games that we are going to the three at the back. Clavan spoke recently as well about he's waiting for his time to get back in. He was talking about he got an injury or whatever it was, or illness or something. I can't remember what he said it was, but it happened at a bad time for him. But he said he's waiting for his chance to play again. So maybe we would see, you know, him start to feature a bit again so that we can use the three at the back against Man City. It is vital that Liverpool try to keep a clean sheet at home. And I think Klopp knows how the Champions League and that works. He knows how Europe works. You're over two legs. If we can keep a clean sheet and win by a couple of goals at Anfield, the pressure will be fully on Man City at their ground, and they haven't got the atmosphere that Liverpool have got. So why can't Liverpool then take it to them and, you know, fully have a go at them at their ground? I think that is what I would be looking to do if I was Liverpool. Sam says, Daz, check Twitter after the stream. I sent you some photos. Okay, Sam. Yeah, man, that'd be cool. We'll have a look, buddy. I will have a look. Nathan says, Klein will be the same issue as Lallana. That's my worry with it, Nathan. You know, not Matt Sharp. Will be worried because bad injuries. Players are always worried. Daniel Sturridge has never recovered from bad injuries. Always ducks out of challenges and that because of it, you know. And this is my fear with Klein. That's what I said. Will he return from the injury as good of a player as what he was before? Because there's no guarantee to things like that. John Flanagan was a quality right back for us and then got a bad injury and never returned, did he? Never returned good enough. Gaza, welcome to the stream, Gaza, mate. How are you today? I prefer three at the back over Klein starting. Yep, that is a valid point. But three at the back against City will be risky. It'll be very, very risky. Because if anyone can really, you know, annihilate three at the back, it would be City. Liverpool have proven that three at the back against a really good attack. We ripped teams that had three at the back, didn't we? And Man City are just as good at doing that as what we are. So it will be a risk, but like you say, I think the key to it is over having Klein at right back. Because, you know, a Klein coming back from injury is not going to have a good time against Sane, is he? Or Leroy Sane or Sane, however you say his name. You know, but yeah, it does worry me. Either way, whoever we play now without Joe Gomez, you know, Gomez would have had a torrid time, but Gomez would have been our best option if he would have been fully fit, but he's not, is he? So we've now got to look at other options, but it is worrying. It is worrying. What was it? Did see what happened to Skirtle, says Thomas Billings. Yeah, did he nearly swallow his tongue, or did he swallow his tongue? It's good to hear that he's had a quick recovery, I believe, but yeah, like, bad, shocking, isn't it? Like, I did catch a glimpse of, like, something bad happened to him, and I believe it was like that he nearly swallowed his tongue or whatever. England always get the mediocre managers. Don't expect him to win a World Cup, but until he was England manager, I never heard of him. Oh, really, Gavin? You hadn't heard of him until then? I had heard of him, but I think it's just because of my age, if you know what I mean, but... yeah. Klein needs the pre-season to adjust to playing in a back line with Van Dijk and Karius in goal instead of Mings. Yeah, I believe that was where my head was at with it, Thomas, was... I was going to say, Kleiny, have the rest of the season out because we had Gomez, we had Trent, you know. And then pre-season, Kleiny had pre-season then to get used to everything, wouldn't it? Get back fully match sharp, ready for next year. But this is now meant that Kleiny will be rushed back in. I just don't want him to be rushed too much. And I don't want to pressure put on it as well. Because if he gets another bloody injury and has to be out for 6 months, it's just going to F us up even more, isn't it? Let's be honest. We don't want that to happen. Gomez says, don't really rate Mignolet at all. He had plenty of opportunities to prove himself as a world-class keeper and hasn't. Yeah, I fully agree with that, Gaming. I fully agree. You know, Gavin, one of the other subscribers, he always makes me laugh because he says he couldn't catch a cold and he calls him Butterfingers and that. Someone else I know calls him Butterfingers, so it always makes me laugh. But, yeah, I think Mignolet, he's had his time at Liverpool to prove himself. Never been consistent enough. Did improve, but didn't improve enough to be Liverpool's #1 goalkeeper. It proved it because Karius has come in. Funnily enough, I saw something earlier, right? I don't know what they're rating him on, but about Karius being like within the top 10 of goalkeepers for certain things and that in Europe. I don't know, but Karius is like now being rated quite highly for certain things, distribution and all this stuff. But Karius has got a lot to prove still as well. Jake, you're right, Jake, mate. He says FFS, so that's for fuck. I know that. We need Klein because Sane will wreck Trent. I just wouldn't rush Klein in, man. To be honest, I know I'm not happy about him coming up against Trent either, but I just don't think Klein's going to be ready for it either, Jake. So I'm worried either way. To be fair, it's just not a good situation. This is why Joe Gomez getting this injury is so bad. This is why I absolutely hate international breaks because you know. Joe Gomez has got this injury and this could cost Liverpool big time, couldn't it? One player and a young player like Gomez and this could have cost us massively. Massively. Even though I'm not the biggest Mignolet fan, you have to admit his attitude is top class. Thomas, mate, he hasn't come out and been rude about Liverpool. He hasn't said he wants away, like I say. So, in that respect, fair play to him. You know, like, he's took a lot of criticism as well from Liverpool fans, and he has took a lot of stick, and I haven't heard a bad word out of him, as far as what I've seen. So, yeah, in that respect, you have got to respect that from him. He's actually doing what most of us moan about players that aren't acting like that. So, yeah, I'll get your point there, mate. Okay, if we get a situation against City where we go through extra time to a penalty shootout, then make sure we used up only 2 subs, someone Mignolet for a penalty shootout. Yeah, get Mignolet, just come on and just be like, Mignolet. If I was Klopp, I'd be like, right, Min, you're coming on, bruv, right? You're going to go in goal for the penalty shootout. If you win us a penalty shootout, I will let you have another go in goal, you know, next season or something. You can have 1 or 2 games. Like, you know, don't pinky promise him or anything. Just tell him that you'll put him in goal next year and then sell him in the summer. Why not? Why not? Tell him you pay him an extra 20k a week. But like I say, don't pinky promise him or nothing. But yeah, to be fair, I think out of Karius and Mignolet, I would want Mignolet in goal for the penalty shootouts. But for the rest of the game, I'll keep Karius in goal. Where was I? I just saw someone had put something there. Brandy Jones, welcome to the stream, mate. A massive call out for Wendy Pissed Jones. Massive call out for Wendy Pissed Jones. Taking it as she's had a few to drink and like, good on ya, Wendy. glad to see that someone's enjoying herself today, you know. So yeah, nice shout out for Wendy there, lads. California says Danny Ward must be terrible in training if Klopp hasn't encouraged Mignolet to leave in the summer. He must be. I don't get it, mate. I really don't get it. I thought Wardy would get a bit of a shout, and we kept him back, and he hasn't had a look in. I know we got kicked out of that cup early on in the season, and then Ward was going to be used for the cups, and then he wasn't. You know, like, it was like, I don't get it. Ward must have really messed himself up for Klopp not to have used him at all. I feel for Ward, but for him to not have made an impression on Jurgen Klopp doesn't sound good for him, does it? But, you know, the fact of the matter is, you've got a goalkeeper there like Simon Mignolet saying, I'm trying to be professional, I'm trying to prove to the manager that I'm ready for if my chance comes back, I'm ready to take it, you know. Danny Ward, we're not hearing anything from him, are we? We're not hearing Danny Ward say, I'm ready, you know, I'm going to take my chance with both hands like a goalkeeper should and stuff, you know. Whereas you got Simon Mignolet over there. There's me, I'll take it with both hands. Simon Mignolet will drop his chance if he gets it because he can't catch nothing. You know, like, if that was me as Danny Ward, I'd be coming up with jokes like that, saying Mignolet's crap and stuff, like, a bit banter, but I don't know, like, I think Danny Ward would be the goalkeeper that goes maybe then in the summer, and Mignolet may stay, but I thought, to be fair, I think Mignolet would have been the one that was going, and then we would have got someone like Butland or Pope in. I don't know. I don't know now. After hearing Mignolet's statement, I'm not too sure, guys, but we'll have to wait and see, won't we? We'll have to see what happens in the summer, I guess, with the goalkeepers. But I think Danny Ward will at least go out on a loan. He's got to. There's no way Danny Ward has no more game time next season. He's good enough to go and play for a team, isn't he? Let's face it. Jam says if we play three at the back, then you know who is going to play right wing back. Who do you think will be right wing back, James? Let me know. Gaming Lad would never allow Flanagan back into the squad, even if he was in the form he used to be in. He will never be forgiven for what he did to his girlfriend. Nah, 100%. I fully agree with you. I would have got rid of him, to be honest. Klein should be put in for the Palace game. I think so. I think so, Tyrell. I think give him some minutes. You know, whether you start him for the Palace game or whether you start Trent for the first half of the Palace game and then you bring on Klein for the second half. Give Klein a good half of football. See how he does. I don't know. I don't know what you would do with it, but you know, he's training with the lads, isn't he? He's had some game time for the unders. He's keen for football apparently as well, so that looks good. He did swallow his tongue, Dad, says Thomas. So he did actually swallow his tongue then. That's awful, isn't it? So dangerous. I saw that it was something along the lines of he nearly swallowed his tongue or something, and I was like, they've got to be so careful. I mean, I've got to say something as well. I don't know who it was, but I saw something come up online yesterday, I believe it was, and there was a youngster, I believe he was around 25 years old, so he was only young, a football, and it was for like a weekend league, I believe. A football player, the football hit him in the chest. He chested the ball or something, the ball hit him in the chest, he collapsed, and he died on the pitch, guys, just from a ball hitting him on the chest. So, you know, for people saying that football's not dangerous, it's not a contact sport, you know, I get why people say that footballers are pussies and all that, because you've got all the footballers throwing themselves on the floor, i.e. Dele Alli and stuff, you know. They give football a bad name, but you can't say that there is no element of danger in it. Swallowing your tongue, you know, footballers collapsing and stuff, you know, there are bad things that can happen. There's bad things that can happen crossing the bloody street, isn't there? You know, like, you think to yourself, you cross the street 20 times a day or something, like, anything can happen, can't it? If he plays, well, then take him off and play him against City. Oh, we could start Klein against Palace and see how he does with Sahar, says Jake. Yeah, that's if Sahar plays against them, though, Jake, isn't it? Because they're resting him, aren't they? Because they're hoping that he'll be back against Liverpool. It's the latest that I saw on that. But if Klein can deal with Sahar, then I believe that he would do all right against Sane. Because Sahar's a bit of a fucking handful as well, isn't he? So if he plays well, then take him off and play him against City. Yeah. Isn't Sahar injured? He is, Tyrell, mate, he is. But they are trying to get him back for the game against Liverpool. But we'll have to wait and see whether there's an update later in the week or not. His teammate pulled it back out and saved his life. That's incredible, isn't it? Fair play to his teammate, you know, like acting fast, because you've got to act fast in that, because it blocks your airways, doesn't it? Say what? Hi, Daz. How is Bogdan still at LFC? Don't ask me, mate. But how are you today? Bogdan, Man United fan, absolute dickhead. You know, I never rated him. We went to watch a game and Bogdan was in goal for us. It was only a friendly, but Bogdan was in goal for us and Bogdan was shit. Like, worst goalkeeper I've ever seen play for Liverpool. That I've ever been to a game and watched him, because we was literally we was behind the goal, but we was just to the left of the goal, if you know what I mean. So Bogdan was there. Even when he was warming up, he was dropping balls, and I was like, mate, they're throwing the ball at you and you can't even catch it. I was like, what's that all about? You're a Liverpool goalkeeper. I'll tell you what, it was a friendly against Swindon. It was when my missus got that Colo Torre top when he threw it into the crowd. And the Swindon goalkeeper was actually a Liverpool youth goalkeeper. I can't remember what his name was. But they had him on loan, and he was better than Bogdan. Because we all said their goalkeeper's well good, and should actually, like, Liverpool should sign him over Bogdan. And then we found out that he's actually a Liverpool youth goalkeeper on loan at Swindon. We was like, huh? Why have we got Bogdan? What the hell? Benjamin Searle says, Daz, do you think Robertson will play defensively, or do you think he will be whipping in the ball for Firmino, but Bernardo Silva and Sterling will definitely test us? That's a very, very good question, Benjamin. I think Liverpool will probably try and play the Liverpool way, you know, so I believe that we will see Robertson get up and down the pitch, because I don't think he'd be able to help himself anyway. I reckon it would be probably more attackive on the left flank than what we will be on the right. You know, I think that Robertson will get up the pitch, but I believe that the midfield may sit a bit deeper. Like I say, if it was me, if I was Klopp, I'd play with two holding midfielders in this one, because if you're going to push up Robertson and whoever plays at right back, then you want your two holding midfielders to be able to cover if the likes of Sterling, Sane do try and break down the wings and that, you know, because they're very fast, aren't they, at getting the ball forwards as well. So Liverpool need to be aware of their counters. So, you know, I think it's going to be an end-to-end game, guys. Both games will be end-to-end. That's why it's going to be entertaining. But for me, if I was Liverpool, I want a clean sheet in the first game at Anfield. So we need to be a bit more cautious. But if we do play more cautious and we do play more defensively at Anfield and we lose, you know, then everyone's going to go mad and go, why didn't we play the Liverpool way? Why didn't we just stick to our normal game plan and just go all out attack? We've beat City already this year. We know we can do it. You know, then it'd be like the end of the world, wouldn't it? Like, everyone would go mad. Like, I'll be peed off. I've said I won't be... I'll be happy with Liverpool, even if we got kicked out by Man City, right? If Liverpool turn up, give it their best in both games, Man City beat us and they go through, so what? If Liverpool turn up, they give it their all, and I see that. But if we play against Man City, and I see that they have shit games like we have had it against Swansea and against Man United, where they look half-hearted, they look like they're nervous and all that, I don't want to see that shit. Liverpool know they can beat Man City. We know they can beat Man City. So I want to see that team turn up. You know, if I don't see that, that's when I won't be happy if we get kicked out. But other than that, it would be the best team goes through, wouldn't it? So that's what I think. But Mikey says, Daz, did you listen to that Salah song? I did, mate. Thank you for sending that to me. It's so catchy. I showed it to my missus as well, Mikey. She was like, what the hell? She was like, where do all these Liverpool songs come from? Like, and I was like, I don't know, but that one's absolutely brilliant. Like, it was so catchy. I had it stuck in my head for ages. Right. Mikey said, oh, no, that was it. California says, I think Milner would be who I would trust the most at right back out of all of our options. I think so as well. I personally think so. And like I say, if you had James Milner at right back, or you did play Trent or whatever, and you played Ox in midfield, but on the right-hand side, Ox can get back. Ox's work rate is good at getting back as well. So, I think that's what I would do, to be fair. Hope Robbo keeps Sterling in his pocket again. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Only thing I enjoy about Sterling is him getting a ball, then getting booed instantly by LFC fans. Some of the funniest shit I've seen. Yeah, I like that as well. When I was watching England the other night, obviously, it's like one of the first times I've really watched Sterling play since leaving Liverpool, because I don't really watch him too much. I know he's had a good season this year, pretty much, but watching him for England, I realise why I hate Sterling, because he always is good at getting to a certain point, but his end product is so shit. He's got such a weak shot, isn't he? Like, it's crap. Like, he's so good at, like, you know, getting into certain areas, good at, like, the little link-up playing that, but then his end shot and that is crap. And I was like, he was still doing for England the other night what he used to do for Liverpool back years ago when he played for us. And I was like, so he's not improved then. What's the nearest league ground to where you live, Daz? And do you ever go? Nearest league ground. Oh, I don't know what the nearest one would be, but if you're talking about like the Premier League grounds or whatever, then be one of the London clubs, I guess. Probably it might be Chelsea or Arsenal, to be honest. It'd be Chelsea, Arsenal, Spurs, wouldn't it? Because it would be in London, but I don't know which one would be quickest for me to get to. It depends how travelling. But you know, like we got our local teams and that, like that I go to and things like, and I can't wait to take my son to them and things. But you know, Charlton's not too far as well, but that's not like Premier League and that, is it? Got Gillingham and that's not too far as well. So if you guys know like them teams and that, some of you older lot will know of them teams, but the youngsters might not. Generally feel that whoever wins at Anfield will win the tie. Yeah, I reckon so, Tyrell. That's why I've got this feeling that Liverpool need to keep a clean sheet at Anfield. If they can win the game, but keep a clean sheet, I think we'll have too much for them when it comes to Man City. That will give us a massive confidence boost, and it will rock City. They will be so stressed and nervous, and they haven't got the atmosphere to help them get over the line at their ground, I believe, anyway. Thomas Billings says Ings to start versus Palace. It's a good shout there, mate. I want to say as well, I've done a video on the Bench LFC, guys, talking about the Timo Werner rumours. Obviously, apparently Liverpool's going to do a massive fee, bid a massive fee for him, 90 million. And then there's also reports saying he's not on Jurgen Klopp's wish list. Liverpool aren't going to be after a striker this year, like in the summer. Why is that, guys? Because Klopp is a big fan of Ryan Brewster, however you want to say his name. And Klopp wants to bring him up to the first team and wants to involve him in the pre-season. And we may see Ryan Brewster. It may be the year of the Brewster next year, guys. Something that we've all been crying out for. We may see a bit more Brewster next year, which would be... Let me know what you guys think on that. But I've done a little video and I put it out on the Bench LFC talking about that before I went live on this one. But... yeah, what do you guys make of it, lads? Seriously, like, I think that's a really, really good shout. Instead of spending stupid money on Timo Werner and that, bring Brewster up. Apparently, it will be Brewster, Ings and Solanke competing with Firmino next year for the striker spots. I'm happy with that, guys. I'm not going to lie. I think save your money and spend it on midfield, you know, defence, whatever. I don't think we need to go into a transfer market and spend big on a striker in the summer. I think there's other key areas that we need to sort out. Left wing, holding midfielder, you know, spots like that, guys. Let me know what you guys think on it quick, because I will have to shut it down in a minute. Oi, Dazza. You think Salah will sign a contract? You right, Leon, mate? How are you today? Brad the Gamer. Hi, you right, Brad, mate? How are you? Do I think Salah will sign a contract? I believe so. That was what I was going to talk about. Thank you for bringing it up before I go as well. So, Mohamed Salah's agent, obviously, over the weekend, Mo Salah, apparently, a friend of Mo Salah had apparently told his friends that he was going to sign or accept this latest £200,000 contract offer that Liverpool will put on the table for him or something, and he will remain in the Premier League and remain a Liverpool player past the summer. This was a rumour, guys, right? But apparently a friend of Mo Salah said this, and this was being leaked everywhere. Yesterday, the day before, whenever it was. Right, and then his agent has come out today and said there's bullshit, basically. We don't believe friends. We don't go off fake news and stuff like that. So he's basically saying that Mo Salah, he, you know, hasn't said that he will remain at Liverpool, is what I make of it. But he doesn't comment. Why is it Mo Salah's agent never comments on anything that is like, yes, Mo Salah is happy to stay at Liverpool, but whenever it is Mo Salah may leave Liverpool, his agent's all over it. You, my friend, are a dick. It annoys me. I don't like his agent that much, but I don't think I like agents in general, to be fair, you know. He's just doing his job. I think agents aren't there to be liked, are they? They're there to make money for their players and for their sales, really. So I guess he's just good at his job. But yeah, I didn't like it. That was what I've seen today to do with Mo Salah's agent. But do I think Mo Salah will sign a contract if Liverpool put it on the table? Yeah, I think he will. Why would he leave Liverpool after a season when he's playing the best football of his career so far? He's under a manager that has faith in him. You know, he's pretty much building a team around Mo Salah now, I reckon, guys. What do you reckon? I think he is. So let me know what you think, you know. Mikey says, Daz, would you get in trouble if I put the link to Salah's song in his chat? I don't know. I don't think so. Not if you put the link in there, mate. If you can. I don't know if you can put links in the chat. I don't know whether it will work. You can try. Try, mate. Feel free to try. Watched it already, Dad, says Leon. I go to Charlton. It's like the second team, really. They got a new manager recently. Yeah, Gaming. Oh, so you go to Charlton, do you? That's cool, man. That's cool. I got into Charlton when I was younger. I went to Charlton trials, got accepted for Charlton, went to start to play for Charlton. Then I was playing for my school rugby team, and my knee got buckled, and then I found out I got Osgood-Schlatt's disease in my fucking knee. So I'd stopped playing for Charlton, and that ruined my football career, basically. Yeah, long story short, I cried. Cried in a doctor's surgery. So he was like, yeah, you got to stop doing sports like this, otherwise, you know, when you're older, you won't be able to run. And I was like, so what are you saying then? Like, I can't play football for Charlton, basically. And he was like, well, yeah, like pretty much at the moment. I hate that doctor. Absolute dick. Not going to lie. My summer wish list, says Mochez. You right, Mochez, mate? How are you today? My summer wish list is Alisson, Koulibaly, Ndidi and Draxler. It's not a bad wish list there, mate. I'm not too sure about Ndidi. Koulibaly sounds like a bit of a beast. I would love Alisson and Draxler. Draxler's a good player. I would take Draxler. Do I think Draxler would come to Liverpool? I think Draxler would probably sign for Liverpool now, but I'm not too sure whether Klopp would go back after Draxler because Draxler turned us down to move to PSG. And how did that work out for you, Draxler? Not very well, was it? You should have come to us in the first place. But then saying that, Salah should have come, shouldn't he, first time round? He chose Chelsea. Why don't these players ever learn their lesson, guys? I want Ings. He brings something different to the team. He does indeed. Watches. I actually spoke to Salah's agent on Snapchat and he replied back. It was very nice and we had a nice chat about African football. Really? See, that's what I mean. Look, see, so he probably is a really nice bloke. He's probably a really nice family man and that. He's just an agent doing his job, like I said, but still a knobhead. Oh, no, I'm only joking. He probably is a lovely bloke, to be fair, but like I say, I just want to see all this rumours squashed about Mo Salah. And I would love his agent to come out and say, you know, Liverpool are going to offer a contract and we're going to sign it. But he doesn't ever do that, does he, at the moment? But to be fair to his agent, he hasn't said Mo Salah's definitely leaving. I think a lot of stuff gets lost in translation with the media and that at the moment, doesn't it? And Mo Salah's going to be the biggest one talked about, you know, coming up with next transfer window, isn't it? Because, let's face it, he's one of the best players in the world, isn't he? Oh, I'm not looking forward to the next transfer window with Mo Salah, guys. I guarantee you, the Real Madrid link is going to be crazy with Mo Salah until he signs a new contract at Liverpool. Ugh. Leon Mohamed Dazza. Love it. Watch his Reds. Mine would be Alisson, Maguire, Lamar and Jorginho. That's good. Alisson, Maguire. Maguire would be quality as well. Thomas Lamar. I probably wouldn't go for Lamar, but I like Jorginho as well. So, yeah. Mitchell, you right, Mitchell, mate? How are you? Got you up on the 4K 50-inch, Daz. I can see your nostrils. Hair, you handsome bugger. Thank you very much. Don't look too close, mate, in case I sneeze, because I still got this man flu. Can't believe you've got me up like 50 inches, you know what I mean? Like, that's the biggest I've ever been, mate. I might tell my missus that like today I was 50 inches. She's missed out. Do you know what I mean? Oh, God, what are you guys doing to me? Have you not noticed, Mitchell, that I tried to make myself as small as possible on the screens, you know, by putting myself in a little box and putting a chat next to it so that you guys can't see how beautiful I am, you know? Daz could have been our brick shithouse at the back. Why? Maguire is decent. Yes. Maguire is decent. Daz could have been our brick shithouse at the back. Why? Oh, what, you talking about me? Yeah, oh no, God. I'm not that great at defending, Tyrell. If you're on about me being at the back, I was a striker. So that tells you how good I am at defending pretty much. You know, I pretty much just got booked every time I tried to tackle because I was always late at tackling. It was always from behind. I always just clipped everyone's legs, basically, because I was mainly chasing them back. But, yeah, no, I was good at finishing. But I think what I was best at when it comes to football was, it was like my vision and that, like, and the skill on the ball. Like, I was really fast and really skillful. That was like my best bets. But, yeah, I was probably better at creating. I was more, I don't know, what sort of a player could I tell you that I was? Like, if I was to say what sort of a player, give you a name. Don't know, really. I can't really compare myself to anyone amazing balls out there, you know. I would say that I would have played better off an out-and-out striker. Kind of how Firmino would have been at the beginning of the season, but then Firmino's a bit of a tank. You know, like, everyone loved playing with me on the pitch. Like, other strikers loved it if there was two of us up top, because I was never greedy. Do you know what I mean? I was always looking to set up other people. I'd do a bit of flair and that, like take a few defenders out of the game and then knock it off to someone and they'd finish it or something. we after Doucouré. I see about that. He spoke about Liverpool today and he's saying it would be a dream to play for Liverpool and stuff. So I have to keep an eye on that. See if there's a reason why he's saying about that. Knickerbocker glory, says Thomas. Yes, mate. Klopp shouldn't be so sensitive if a player turns him down. Yeah, I agree as well. I agree. And also Maguire is a good ball playing centre-back. Maguire is quality on the ball, isn't he? That's something that England have got in abundance for this World Cup. We've got some really good ball-playing centre-backs, haven't we, to be fair? If Lamar is still going to cost 100 mil, then fuck that. Yeah, I wouldn't be going in there with, like, I wouldn't even want to pay 70 mil for Lamar, I'm not going to lie. I'd say around 60 mil would be tops for me. I'm back, says Nathan. Welcome back, Nathan, mate. You can't be worse than our current centre-backs, excluding Virgil van Dijk. I don't know. Probably would have been, mate, to be fair. You know, I've seen bad games from Lovren and stuff, you know, but who could I tell you that I'm as bad as? Christian Poulsen. I'm as bad at defending as Christian Poulsen, and he was absolute shambles at Liverpool. Some of you youngsters might not remember him too much, but any of you around my age, how much did we love Christian Poulsen at Liverpool? Or what? Oh no, Konchesky. Was it Konchesky, that left back? Oh God, I absolutely hated him. He was a bean sprout, wasn't he? Nobody is better than the king. When the whole of football singing Mo Salah. Oh, he's causing havoc every single week with every Scouser rocking. You're never going to stop it. I love that song. So as soon as he started singing it, I was reading it like as if he was talking, and then all of a sudden I realised it's the words to that song, isn't it? I love it. It's Mo Salah, la 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 la, Mo Salah. I love it. I can't sing for shit, but Modges, my team for next season. Go for it, go for it. Give me your team. Origi to be Salah 2 next season. I wouldn't put money on it, Thomas. I wouldn't put money on it. Who knows, you know. Watches, I'm waiting for your team to come up, mate. And then, guys, I will have to knock it off because the missus will be waiting to come back in the front room. I've stole the front room, the whole front room to do my live stream. Watches says, my team for next season is Alisson, Klein, Virgil van Dijk, Maguire, Robertson, Jorginho, Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Salah, Firmino, Mane. Seriously, how nice of a team would that be? That would be such a strong team. All we need to do there, really, is sign Alisson, Maguire and Jorginho. We've already got Keita coming in. We've already got the rest of them. Like, that, legitimately, Moshes, is doable in the summer. That shows you how far off Liverpool are to having a Premier League winning team. Because I don't think anyone could look at that team sheet and say they are not capable of winning the Premier League. They would be. If they all could work together, because obviously just because the team sheet looks good, they all have to be able to play together and that. But, you know, I look at that team right there and I go, yes, that team would be outstanding. You know, Maguire would be an absolute rock. Great at playing the ball like Van Dijk as well. Alisson, top-notch goalkeeper. I still don't think we're going to go for him, though. I don't think we're going to get any goalkeepers by the looks of it now in this summer. But, you know, Jorginho, I think Jorginho wouldn't be my holding midfielder, but I definitely want to sign Jorginho because he's a great ball-playing midfielder. But are we going to get Jorginho for that midfield role? Because Naby Keita is like a bit of a tank. Will get everywhere, won't he? Jorginho does play like a deep laying midfielder anyway. Keita will back him up. Oxlade-Chamberlain will get back as well. So I really like that you've put Ox in there and all. Because for me, I told you in my stream the other day or yesterday, whenever it was, Ox will take over Lallana for me over the next couple of years. Ox will be more of a main player for us than what Lallana will be, to be honest. California says, do you think Liverpool are still looking to bring in the Roma keeper, Daz? No, I don't think so, mate, to be fair. I heard today they weren't interested anymore. Probably just a tactic. Yeah, I didn't believe too much, mate, when I saw the reports come out that Liverpool contacted Roma saying we wasn't interested. I don't believe that. I don't believe Liverpool would shoot themselves in the foot by contacting a team saying we're not interested. You know, we saw a similar sort of report over Mahrez in the last transfer window saying Liverpool contacted Leicester to say, yeah, we're not in for Mahrez anymore. That doesn't go on. A team doesn't contact a team saying we're not in for him unless we've already made initial contact with a figure in mind and then we've told them that we're pulling the plug on a deal. That doesn't happen like that. So, you know, for me, it didn't go down like that. But I do believe that Roma, you know, with the fact that we got Salah on such a good deal, Roma now, you know, will be wanting a lot of money for Alisson. Alisson's not really screaming that he wants out of the club. So I believe that they're going to want a hell of a lot of money. I don't think Liverpool are looking like they're desperate for a goalkeeper with Karius's new run in the team, you know, I think Klopp's not really desperate for a goalkeeper. So I reckon Karius has got another year to prove himself as #1 goalkeeper. Mignolet's latest thing coming out, you know, he's waiting for his chance again. Whether that means that he's staying past the summer or what, don't know. Is that just him being professional? Don't really know there. But I generally don't think that Liverpool are going to be signing a Roma goalkeeper in the summer. If another team was to sign Alisson in the summer, then I would be gutted. But if he was to start Roma this summer, next summer, maybe we might see us go after him. But how much would he cost us then? Don't know. He could be up there with Oblak. You know, that's my only worry. It could have been our only chance of getting him for around the price that we could possibly get him for, you know. Ricky says, do your stream in a little tent behind you. Do my stream in a little tent. Ricky, I love it. Maybe one day I will, Ricky. Maybe. Just for shits and giggles, you know. Maybe I will do it. I'll have to do it when my son's not about, because otherwise he will, like, kick off. It's his little castle, you know, like, if anyone goes in his castle, oh, God, you're a dirty rascal. Leon says, you know, Stevie came from our ranks. Yeah, he was amazing. Maybe Brewster is the up-and-coming Gerrard, but striker, obs. Yeah, obs. Obs, Leon. Yeah, mate. I think it's good news. I think, you know, if we don't splash the cash on a striker, it means that we got more funds for the rest of the team that we need to sort out. And it gives Brewster massive talent a chance in the starting 11, which I think we need, guys. I think we need. So, yeah, happy days with that. Wijnaldum will be a squad player next season, in my opinion. I think so, mate. I think Ox will overtake him as well. Mikey says, Daz, what would you prefer? Liverpool to win the Champions League or England to win the World Cup? Liverpool to win the Champions League, mate. Fuck England. You know I'm meant to be patriotic. I know England's my country and all that. But on a serious note, who do I watch every single time they're on TV without fail? Liverpool. Who do I absolutely adore and have done since I was a kid? Liverpool. You know, who do I know as much as possible about? Liverpool. What team have I chosen to do YouTube channels about and talk about as much as possible? Liverpool. You know, England is my country, is my team. You know, I will go as far as cheering them on in the World Cup. Of course I will. But to be honest with you, you know, England's my nationality, not by choice. I chose to support Liverpool because I love Liverpool, you know. England, if I moved country, I would still support England, you know, like, because it's where I was born, but I don't feel the connection as much as what I do to Liverpool, to be fair. I don't know what it is. You know, maybe it's because England have just let me down since I was a kid. Liverpool, I could say, have let me down, but even though they've let me down, I've still never turned my back on Liverpool. You'll never walk alone, guys. You never walk alone. Simple as that, innit? On that note, I'm going to have to shut it down because I've been going for nearly an hour and the bird is going to go divvy at me. I don't need it, guys. I've got headache. I've got man flu, all right? God. Did you see the crowd trouble in Holland regarding England fans? I haven't seen it, mate. I haven't seen it, to be honest. Robertson is the best left-back in the Premier League. I believe so. I believe he's coming up there, isn't he? He's definitely on his way up there. Take care, guys. Thank you for joining me. California says, take care, Daz. And you, mate. Thank you for joining me today. See you, Daz. See you, watches, mate. You take care, guys. Tomorrow should be alright. I should be able to do a live stream tomorrow. But a pre-warning, guys. The day after is when I should be getting my keys to my property. So I'm just letting you know now. Some of you guys probably already know that I will be moving soon anyway. But there may not be a live stream on Wednesday. Alright? Just letting you know now, guys, as soon as possible. If I can, you know I will. Gaming Lad says, bye. You'll never walk alone. Take care, Gaming, mate. You'll never walk alone too. Thomas, you'll never walk alone, buddy. Take care, everyone. I've been on the bench TV. You've all been legends. See you in the next one, guys. Love a lot of yous. You absolute legends. Ah!